Who's not going to think it is?
Who's going to think that someone coming in a horrific guise, i.e. one-eyed, hen-toed, protruding, whatever it is, and they're going to go, is that Allah? Is it not? Oh no, Muhammad said he hasn't got one eye. Oh, we're all right.
My position was that this Antichrist figure that the Bible describes matches perfectly the Al-Mahdi that obviously is described in Islam, in the Quran and in the Hadiths. So the reason why I'm saying that is because the Mahdi...
The Dajjal?
No, not the Dajjal.
Oh.
Here's where it kind of flips, and you have to get a deep understanding in what's going on. Because
Let me get grief for this one. I'm listening.
no worries. Because the Dajjal they describe matches perfectly Christ. They say that...
Well,
I'll
the
tell you
most
why.
hated name on Judgment Day will be King of Kings.
And Allah hates the one who calls himself the King of Kings.
Makar
Al-Makar,
whatever it is, yeah.
So he hates the one who calls himself the King of Kings. And also, in the Islamic belief, they're told that this Antichrist figure would come, he'll be a Jew, he'll claim to be Christ.
One eye.
One eye.
Deep
for some
set.
reason. Yeah, deep set.
Curly hair.
Here's what intrigues me. He has a name written on his forehead.
Kafir or Kafar.
Kafir. And in the Bible, it
The
describes
male version.
Jesus. Yeah, in Revelation 19, say that he has a name written on him, on his forehead, that no one knows but himself. And not only him, but the 144,000 is written on their foreheads as well. Yeah. What intrigued me is that when I read the book of Revelations, it says the beast made war with the lamb.
Yes.
So for me,
Yes, of course.
I can't fathom how nations will see Jesus and make war with him, according to the Bible.
I tell you why. Because the darkness did not accept the light. The light came, he was the light of men, but the world hated him because they did not understand him, because they're spiritually blinded. And in the end times, they're going to remain that way because the Holy Spirit is going to exit stage left, and then there's no chance unless I'm hopeful that if maybe you accept Christ at that time, maybe the Holy Spirit will just nip down for you, but he's going to be gone. So then they will see Christ and they will still reject him the way they rejected him in the first time, because they will see the name. Hang on a minute. And the same way they didn't recognize Allah, right? They said, we take refuge from you with Allah. But it is Allah. And then he came to them in a shape that they recognise. And then they go, oh, do you know what? Sorry about that. Or whatever they say in Arabic. And also, I got an interesting one, eschatology-wise. So the mark of the beast, which is either 616, 666, whatever numerology you want to go with, in Islamic eschatology, they will accept a mark which will mark them out as saved, or I don't know what it marks them out.
I've read that hadith as well. I was actually about to mention it. It says the day in the last day in the Quran and in the hadith, it says that, and it's part of the major signs of Qiyamah, which is the last the judgment time, basically the last signs before judgment.
There's so many good ones. The end times will not come.
Elaborate.
So it says that Allah will bring forth a beast to the earth because mankind had no belief in our revelations, and the task of the beast will be to mark every Muslim believer on their forehead, whereby their faces will become bright and luminous, and will also seal the nose.
The Bible says that the beast will come and you will receive the mark of the beast
Which
if
is
you
his
are
name.
not a believer. And it will, well, I'm just giving you the juxtaposition. We believe that the beast is Satan or like satanic, and will come and will mark the unbeliever. They won't be able to buy or sell without the mark. So there's more life going on.
I appreciate that. So in Christianity, who is the beast marking?
In Christianity, from my knowledge, it says he will mark all. So according to the Bible narrative, when the Antichrist rules, he has 3.5 years. And he would have 3.5 years over the believers as well.
Is this the other half of the peace treaty?
This is the other half. This is the first. So there'll be.
who's he marking?
There'll be three.
So who's he marking?
I'm coming there. I'm just saying
He
that
just
there'll be
said
7
all great
years.
and
There'll be
small.
7 years. In the middle of the 7 years. In the middle of the 7 years, he would obviously attack Jerusalem, attack the Jews. And Jesus even warns about this. He tells them to flee to the mountains when he sees Jerusalem surrounded.
He tells them the signs.
He tells them the signs, and obviously this is before his coming. He says, when you see Jerusalem surrounded,
This generation, that generation
the
that he's talking
generation in
about,
the future that sees these signs,
will not pass away before the end comes.
before the end. That's because there'll be 3.5
Who is he
years.
marking?
literally. So who's he marking? I'm coming to it. Who's marking? The Antichrist, he
He's already
gives
told you twice.
authority to mark all.
All, the great
All.
and the small.
Great, small, rich and poor. Meaning,
Believers, non-believers?
from my understanding, he's going to mark everyone. Everyone, from my understanding, and that fits perfectly with the description in the hadith as well.
My phone is literally
Sorry.
dead.
Yeah.
No chance of resurrection till I get the battery charger out. Could you just get up the verses that you're looking at? Because I'm not an eschatologist, but I would probably like to create. If you could just get up a commentary on that verse, Ellicott.
Right, so I've got the reference here. It's Revelation 13, verse 16.
Yes.
It says, "It also forced all people, great, small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand and on their forehead." Okay,
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, so what I was saying was that obviously there's no other belief system that I'm aware of that has a beast coming in order to mark people on the foreheads apart from the religion of
Islam.
Honestly,
no, he's
I've
saying
never
other
seen
than
it,
Islam and Christianity, he doesn't
read
know
it.
of another Buddhism or whateverism that has this beast coming.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously for me, red flag number one. So it led me to think like I need to look into this belief system.
Very
yeah.
synchronized.
It's synchronized in a
But
way.
Warwicker had access to
something. Yes, true.
The Bible, he just read it. It says that they're gonna
come, but he's evil. In Islam, he's good.
In Islam, it's marking you for good. It's giving you the name. It's
Yes,
giving you,
what
it's
do you mean?
marking
Why you
because
shake your
become-
head at your
you
own
become
sources?
bright and luminous. So it's differentiating you
Like
from
Moses when he comes
like
down
when he
off the
come
west.
down, that's what I'm saying, yeah. So
the Bible said he's gonna mark everyone. Good,
Yeah,
bad,
sure,
everyone.
but it doesn't affect our salvation.
And what really scares me is the fact that when they talk about this Dajjal figure, he has a name on his forehead, and he'll come leading.
Can I get to the best one?
Okay,
I'm
yes,
so
okay.
sorry. I get a bit excited about this. Everyone, right? So Allah's going to come. They're not going to recognise him. They're going to go, oh, we take refuge from you, not you, in Allah. In Arabic, obviously. Allah is going to appear, and they will not recognise him. Sahir, yours. Why would I be chatting about Allah from my sources?
Please explain.
Okay, Allah will appear to these. This is the end times, by the way. It's not like now. At the end,
During the Day of Judgment.
I don't know if it's the Day of Judgment.
Dajjal comes and all those end times.
Let me try and get to the end and you can maybe clarify. He comes, they go, we seek refuge from you in Allah. But they're talking to Allah, but they don't recognise him. And it says, and then he comes in a form they recognise. But in the meantime, it's saying he is, they're talking about the Dajjal, and it says he is deep-seated. He's only got one eye, he's curly hair, he's hen-toed, he's blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And then it says, and if you're in any doubt, know that your Lord does not have one eye. So basically they're saying the hen toes maybe, the deep seat potentially, curly hair, whatever, but just know that Allah doesn't have one eye.
What's the point?
The point is that it was just funny because they're thinking they're going to see all this ugliness. Listen, all this ugliness, this deep-seated and hen toes and manky eyeball, curly hair, red, whatever, and then in case they mistake, right, I've got it.
Apologies.
The Prophet said, I have told you so much about the Dajjal, in brackets Antichrist, that I am afraid you may not understand. The Antichrist is short, hen-toed, woolly-haired, one-eyed, not blind, and eye sightless. One of them is sightless, but only one-eyed, and neither protruding nor deep-seated. I apologise. If you are confused about him, know that your Lord is not one-eyed. So if you're confused about who this dude is, know that Allah hasn't got one eye. So he can't be this one. Why? Because Muhammad said, I'm afraid you may not understand because I've told you so much about the Dajjal.
Why?
Is that funny?
Why does he want to make sure
that they know?
this is
I
not
don't
your
know.
Lord,
Because
like
they're
you
going to
said?
think, because they're
I'll tell
going
you
to
why.
mistake Allah. He's worried they're going to mistake him.
Why? Because of the wonders.
But they didn't even recognise Allah when he came in a shape they didn't recognise.
Because of the wonders.
I got ya. The real Antichrist is going to do signs and wonders.
But,
That's why maybe it ain't that guy.
But at this time, God will not reveal himself to his creation. This is
So they're
while
two.
we're here on
Yes,
earth.
of course. Yes, I got you. But we're going deep into a joke here. I just thought it's hysterical because it's like me saying, you know, this hen-toed, massive thing coming out their head. Don't worry, it's not Jesus. Just in case. Who's going to think it is?
Who's not going to think it is?
Who's going to think that someone coming in a horrific guise, i.e. one-eyed, hen-toed, protruding whatever it is, and they're going to go, is that Allah? Is it not? Oh no, Muhammad said he hasn't got one eye. Oh, we're all right. That's what I'm saying is the joke.
Some people-
and you are making me feel like I'm at a comedy club and that I need my money back.
Some people
Yes.
are going to be deceived by him
No, I got you on a spiritual level. I understand.
by doing all of these miracles.
I understand. It's at this point
And
maybe I
they're
should
gonna
tell you
be-
that I don't believe
and they're
any
gonna
Islamic
be-
stuff.
And they're obviously not.
Yeah,
and they're going to
I
believe.
just thought it was a joke.
They're going to believe that this guy's doing all of these
Got
wonders.
ya. No, same as in Christian
And when
theology.
he- and when he
I'm
claims-
down with the Antichrist being a miraculous.
And when he claims to be
what's
God,
name?
himself.
I'm not down with it.
That's why the hadith clearly states
I got
what
ya.
he looks like.
Your one, yes.
What his signs
Nah.
are.
Nah.
why
Muhammad
you
has
should
already
reject
said no. Muhammad has said. This is what I'm telling you. I've told you so much about the Dajjal. So he's already told them so much previously. So maybe it's after your one, I don't know. After your one was narrated. But he's now saying, because I've told you so much, I'm worried that you might not understand. Like maybe I've overloaded you with info. So I'm going to cut to the chase. Hen toes, curly hair, whatever he said, a bit of a mong, right? And one eye, one sightless, one like that Illuminati bit, I don't know. And then he goes, I fear not, your Lord. He doesn't say your Lord isn't hen-toed. He doesn't say your Lord is not neither deep-seated nor protruded. He just says your Lord doesn't have one eye. That's what's cracked me up because of the shin and the two right thingies. It's just made me laugh, that's all. But not so much now, the joke is getting slaughtered with this like over-analysing of it.